Hi, it's been a long time. You're looking well? No, it's You're Looking Fine, if you guys know that Donovan song. Hi, it's been a long time. You're looking fine. Proud as any woman should be, proud of womankind. I'm just singing Donovan while wearing a Morrissey shirt. I wonder if anyone's ever done that. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. The point being, it's been a long time. I've actually made quite a few videos. The funny thing is I've made a few videos. I just have not posted any of them. Because I don't know. I think I just start and then I never complete the process. And none of them feel worthy, which is kind of silly for me to say. Also, I have like mascara on. Can you believe it? I went yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday. And I went to a makeup shop, which was sort of out of character and not really. It wasn't unintentional, but it wasn't totally intentional. But it was a fun time. And I got mascara. And I also got lipstick, which I'm not wearing. No, I'm not wearing. It's a shade called Dusty Rose from 1969. But hi, why are you watching this? You're watching this because I have made videos about my coming to faith, videos about various different Bible books and various different inner struggles, outer struggles, and all the various mercies that God grants me every morning. And I really just wanted to make this video as an update for a few reasons. First one being, haven't disappeared. I have been going through a robust few weeks of eating food. Which is so funny to say. When you talk about the reality of eating disorder recovery, it's sort of like, well, what's all this then? Just eating food? Is that it? Really? But the things that it does. It does a lot. To say that's been difficult is to put it lightly. I'm at the point in the process where in the past I have always, up until this point, been like, you know what, guys? It's been so fun. It's been great. Eating all this food, it's so fun. But guess what? I hate myself and I hate everything else. And I feel like I'm going to die. So what's my solution? I'm just going to go back to the thing that was slowly killing me just because it seems better than whatever this is. This mess. You wake up in this mess. You're like sweating and your hormones are like, my hypothalamus is like, oh, what's going on? Oh, it looks like we've got food. We got food coming in. We got food. Rev up the engine. Let's start to turn things back on. But sort of like a rusty old carousel. I am like lurching my way. back to life, really. And that's so dramatic sounding, because I know that in the handful of videos that I made before this, it's not like I wasn't on death's door by any stretch of the imagination. That's the cruelty, too, of the eating disorder, if I may say so. Is that it's yeah, it takes concerted effort to get to death's door. And then when you are kind of there, you're sort of like, you hang around, sort of like, you can kind of see it far away, and you're like, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. What are you talking about? I'm just over there. Oh, what? I don't have circulation in my toes, so all of them are covered in sores, and looks like I'm frostbitten, even though I have Uggs on every day in every type of weather. Anyway, that's not my point. My point is, what is my point? My point is, well, got a few updates. Foremost being, God is seeing me through this process, and it's a doozy. it's a thick doozy, because it's not reminds me. So, we have Jacob from Genesis. Jacob, who I love. Jacob, who I love, because I identify with him so much. For such an ancient figure, he is so modern in his sensibilities. We've got this guy who's kind of just a con man, tricking his father into giving him the portion that Esau rightfully had as the eldest, right? He's tricking his father, and then he's on the run, and when he's working for Laban, he falls in love with Rachel, this beautiful woman, and he's like, my entire life, my dad's dead, Esau, my brother, is definitely gonna kill me, and he's just like big and hairy, and I need to figure something out. So he's like, what do I do? I'm gonna work for Laban. I'm gonna work for this guy Laban. I'll work for you 7 years. Just give me Rachel. I just want Rachel, because he's empty. This is the thing. Oh, also, I mean, not to mention the fact, like, him wrestling with God. Oh, amazing. Definitely been feeling like that lately. My point, though, is he's worked all these years for Rachel. And then Laban, gives him Leah, the eldest, who had weak eyes, who was not pretty like Rachel. But she was having babies. And she was, wanting the love that she felt like she could have if she could give Jacob what he wanted, which she thought maybe would be the babies, because it's not Rachel. But in reality, it's like Jacob wanted Rachel because Rachel represented kind of like the pinnacle of beauty and sex and all the things that we think that we want that will fulfill us. But they don't. They don't. And I think my point is that in all these things, in this eating disorder recovery, I have found myself, as the human heart is wont to do, you move from thing to thing, right? From, okay, if I can't have this body that I think that I want, even though it's not like, there were I had like these small moments where I was like, yes, but then inevitably I would eat something, and because my body was like so undernourished, it just didn't, you just get bloated. I mean, your digestion stops working. I don't need to go into detail, but it's just not, it's not really a fun time. And so you don't really, you're just like kind of in pain. Now I'm still kind of in pain, but I have energy and I can feel, I mean, all these things are, it's like I know that I'm doing things that are good and that are for my future, you know, so that I'm not guaranteeing an extremely painful old age. If God grants me that, I am at the very least not abusing myself anymore. But because I've lost that form of self-abuse, which is also how I found my identity, or where I was putting, you know, my hope, that empty part, right, that's in us, that only God can fill. Only the love of Christ can fulfill the deepest desire that is in you, that's in all of us too. I think it's always misplaced, and in a secular world there's so many things to put it on. And so I'm just thankful, even though it's hard day to day to be confronted with that. It's a kindness. It's a tough lesson. It's a challenge. There's lots of grief. There's so much grief too, especially, it's sort of similar to after I was first converted. I mean, you can go back further, and when you stop drinking, you realize all the people that you were friends with because you were drinking with them, you weren't really friends with them because what did you do? You know, you were just friends with them because you were drinking. And then when your life changes really significantly in another way, you're confronted with reality, and that's hard. That is hard. That's really hard. Reality without God is hard. It's painful, and it's empty, and even reborn, still it's a practice of remembering, of seeing, okay, what am I doing right now? Am I placing my hope in this person, in this endeavor, in this YouTube video, in this YouTube channel, in this creative thing that I'm making? Am I putting that above the success of it, the fulfillment of it? Do I really think that that's going to make me happy? Because it never does, and it never will. And so Jacob has a lot for us, has a lot for me. So I'm sort of winding down, as you can see. And this is a long video now. It didn't mean for it to be. But I just wanted to give you a little update. Say that my channel is not dead. It's reborn again. But that I am sort of in the midst of this big time recovery process. And it's like a leggings. It's like a leggings and big t-shirt type of time for me. And for me, someone so vain and so desperate for validation, you know. It's a struggle to make videos, but I have definitely a bunch of projects that I want to do. And I also think I just want to start making more like riff videos. I'm in Daniel right now, my Bible reading. I didn't know that Daniel had some crazy dreams. I'm not gonna go there, but I'm so excited to get to the New Testament. I know I've got some minor prophets to get through, but can't wait. Ode to joy. All right, folks. Thanks for listening to me. I hope you're doing well. And remember that if you think that you can't do it, remember it's not you, it's Jesus. Give it to Jesus. And then you'll be totally amazed at the things you're able to do because of Christ, through Christ. And I should be quoting scripture, but I don't have the verses memorized, but I think I just paraphrased a bunch of different things that Paul has said. So if you want to write them in the comments, I would appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.